the place that you normally see me in. So anyway, I'm sitting in front of my computer. This is my portable Pro Tools rig, which you can't see Pro Tools on right here. Let me show you. Look at this. Where is it? Here's my Pro Tools. Look at that. That's coming up in a minute. But what I wanted to talk about is I kind of wanted to do a live unboxing of this thing. It looks like a black box. What is in the black box? What's in the box? What's in the box? So I'm going to tell you what is in the box is a pair of KZ AS10 in-ear monitors. And one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about these specifically is these were not expensive. These were only maybe $60-some off Amazon. Each in-ear monitor comes with 5 balanced armature receivers. These things sound, I think, every bit as good as, I don't have them here, but anyway, if you bought like the $400, $500 Shores or some of the even more expensive in-ear monitors, you don't have to spend a lot of money because these things will do what you need it to do. And these are very accurate. I'm going to do a live listen here in a moment. But, so I got these off of Amazon. This is the box that they came in. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the box. Actually, I don't know if you can see that. There's a black on black logo. There you go. Now you can see that. That's on the box. That looks pretty cool. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. So this is what it looks like when you open that up. That's pretty nice packaging right there. There it is. So there's your left side, your right side. Little, what is that? Little gold looking, or whatever, seal that gives you the model number, KZ AS10, written in English, and then there's something in Chinese down there. These come in 2 different colors, green and black or something. There's a little pull tab down here, looks like. Looks like there's also something written in the inside here, but I can't see that black on black. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna pull this tab. I'm hoping it's pull tab. Ah! By the way, if you're with me, I don't know because I'm live on a couple different platforms right now. So you have to chat. If you chat, I'll see it here and I'll know that you're with me. All right, so when I pull that, this whole thing kind of pulls out. Looks like this little sandwich looking thing. There's the back of the in-ear monitor pieces. Now, one thing to note about in-ear monitors is, unlike headphones, there's not going to be any cable attached. Now there's a cable that comes with these. I'm going to just set this aside for now. They're right there. Try to put that right there. There you go. Here's the cables. That looks like there's cables in here. Oh, cool. Tips for the canal part, the canals that go in your ear, that part. There is a couple literatures. What is this? Warranty information. There's a little tiny thing that says certificate. So here this is a little thing that says certificate. If I flip that over, there's that thing on there. Not sure exactly what that is, other than it being a certificate. Then there's instructions with print so small that only a younger version of me would be able to read. But it essentially just tells you how to put the thing together. It tells you about the new tips. There's some other things in here. Oh, that's Chinese. Is this English? Here we go. English. Alright, cool. So actually, this isn't bad. I mean, I'll have to... What I end up doing with stuff like this is taking a picture with my phone and then zooming in on the picture because I can't see what that says. All right, back in the box. That's all that's in the box. Just those items there. So let's talk about the. Let's put this here for now. Let's talk about the cable that came with it. The cable is in this little tiny bag. Oh, one more kind of bit. It's kind of a weird, not weird, but it's a cool feeling bag. All right, bag. Leave that there. Here's the cable that comes with the unit. And actually, you know what? This isn't bad. It's a braided cable. I wasn't expecting that. It's got this little wrap on it. Gotta unwrap it. Gotta unwrap it. Gotta unwrap it. So unwrapping this little thing around the cable that's keeping the cable in the wrapped state. There's a wrapping to keep the cable in the wrapped state. All right, so this could be useful again. I end up losing these little things, so I'm just going to stick it in this box over here. All right, so this is, again, it's not a bad cable. Here's the, if you can see that, this is the cable that came with the one that I bought. Now, I think you can get a different cable, but I got the cable that's got tip, ring sleeve. And it's a tip ring sleeve because, as I continue to unravel this, stretch this out a little bit, you will eventually be able to see. Eventually, here we go, getting there. Getting there. Get in there. Look at that. Now, if this was not a braided cable, that would be much harder, I would think. All right, so cable is about, what is that, 2-3 feet, something? Until you get to the part here that splits it up into two different sides. And then another 2 feet, 1 feet, something like that. So here's why that, why the plug is tip ring sleeve. Actually, there's a microphone on here. Now you can't use the mic if you're like actively using this as a monitor or anything like that. So you're not going to be able to plug this into something, I don't think. Use that mic as like a talkback mic or anything like that. It's just a mic for your phone. And then of course the cable that comes with it has the little loopties on the end here. You can see this is a little flexible. So that you can keep this around your ear like that. I'm sure you've seen these. So you got a left side and a right side. This will go down your back. And it goes down your back. Kind of get that hidden. Or, you know, along the back, along the side if you don't want it hidden. So this is the cable that came with it. It's a nice cable. What I did was I bought another cable. I'm going to put this in this box. Let me show you the cable that I bought. What up? Also in a similar style bag. So this is essentially the same cable for the most part. It's got a little windy tip on it. Does not have a microphone, so that the plug on this is just normal tip ring sleeve. I should do that like the, what's this? What is that? All right, I'll do this like the people that do makeup do it. Oh, it works. That's why they do it. All right, so that's tip ring sleeve. The ends here aren't as curly as the other ones, but I mean they're there. They're kind of bendy. You kind of put them in a, you know, however you want to do that works, and it stays the same way. So the cable on in-ear monitors are usually separate, and if you can see here, two little pins. Those two pins will attach to the monitor itself. I'm going to set this aside for a moment in this handy dandy box, and I'm just going to push these out, pop these out a little bit so you can see them. So I got to make sure. All right, this is the left one. So I know it's left, because I just got to remember it. This flat part is going to face front. It's going to face forward. There's my left. And there's my right. These aren't that big. One of the things I like about these is that they have a rounded corner to them. Not really corner, but they're kind of rounded and soft, so that they shouldn't hurt my ear too much. Now here's one of the problems I have with most in-ear monitors that you buy. They come with this type of Canal tip, okay? Which for the most part may not be a problem. The problem I have with that, however, is that anytime that I use a regular headphone Canal that has that type of tip, they tend to fall out of my ear. They won't stay. Okay, and I want these things to stay in my head. So what I did was I bought some tips. Everybody in the bar gets tips. All right, so these tips are nothing that special, I don't think. Again, I just kind of bought these on through Amazon also. Comes in a little. That's kind of hard to open. That's really bugging me. Why? Oh, yeah, duh. Guess I just kind of paid attention to what I was trying to do. That would have worked out better. All right, box. So this here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 pairs of tips. And they're all different sizes. So this is a newbie. I don't know if you can see that logo there. Newbie. And the reason I got this is because these are foam tips. So I'm just going to pull one of these out here. I like how they're put in there. I thought they were going to fall out. But there's like a little shaft there. And they were just really mounted on top of that shaft. So the way a foam tip works is, before you put this in your ear, you go, wah, you squish it. And see how it doesn't really bounce back that fast? So what you do is you kind of squish it. And before it expands, you shove it in your ear. And it expands while it's in your ear. And that's why it stays in your ear. I have a pair of COS Canals that have foam tips. I'm not happy with the Canal itself, the headphone, but I like the way the foam tip works. So I got these to see if they would help. And it looks like there's three different sizes in here. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. And there's 2 pairs, it looks like 2 pairs of each size. So I got this so that I can kind of find out what size works best for me. And once I know the right size, I'll just keep buying those. These foam tips should probably last 2-3 months with continuous wear, or relatively continuous wear. I like the little case it's in. That's kind of cool. All right, so I'll just talk about the earbuds for a moment. Let's talk about these monitors. I mentioned before that these have, I'm going to do the whole, look at that, I mentioned before that these have 5 balanced armatures. So before I talk about what a balanced armature is, and really I think the technical name is balanced armature receiver. Ooh, the receiver part. Before I talk about what that is, I want to talk about what is in most headphones. So here's a pair of headphones. And actually this is one of my favorite pair of headphones. If you've heard me talking about headphones in the past, you know how much I like these headphones. These are made by COS. I don't like that. These are made by COS. These are really good. These are the same drivers that they put in the Porta Pro, which also are excellent, fantastic headphones. I have my Porta Pros behind me somewhere. Here we go. Got this little case for it, so I can zip it up. Where's the zipper? Case, zipper. I lost the pouch that came with my Porta Pros, so I bought this case off of Amazon. Anyway, the Porta Pros just kind of fold and go in here. So, the Porta Pros, the little, what are they, KC75s or whatever model they are. And most earbuds that you put in do not use balanced armature receivers. They use drivers. So a driver is really, it's just a really small speaker. So I don't know if you can see this. This is my IK multimedia portable monitors, which sound fantastic, by the way, especially for the price that I pay for them. They come in a bag, or they don't come in a bag, but you can buy a bag, put the whole thing in the bag, take it with you wherever you want to go. I got that, I got the laptop. I'm good to go, man. Good to go. So most earbuds, most headphones that you're going to use drivers, which is just a speaker. So imagine this speaker, this gets shrunk down, and they go right here. The benefit of that is you can get pretty decent sounding headphones for not a lot of money. Again, the Porta Pros, actually there's a thing on Mass, I forget the name. Forget what it's called. Hey Rob, hey Rachel. It's one of those mass buy places. I forget what I'm forgetting that. But anyway, they got the 75s and the Porta Pros on there for a really good price. If you're looking for headphones under $100, get one of those. You're gonna like it. So that's what a driver is. It's just a little speaker. Okay. Now, if you were to take a little speaker and put it into something little like this, you would not be able to put a lot in there. Most of the drivers that you'll find in here are maybe 2 drivers or 3 drivers, which again are just little tiny speakers that they put. They don't have to be big because this thing fits right in your ear, so they don't have to be big. Sound's going to be right there. The problem with drivers is that they may not be all that accurate. That's one of the problems with a driver. Another problem with a driver is you need to move air. That's how drivers work. These speakers and headphones, there's a little speaker in there that moves like this. It has to move air, and that air movement is what makes the sound. And that's what you hear, is that. It can be very fatiguing, especially if you put them in something like this, where it's blocking off to the rest of the world, especially if you use the foam tips. You're moving air inside your ear canal, and that air's got to go somewhere. So that can be a little bit, I'm not going to say disturbing, uncomfortable at times, and fatiguing to your ear. You get tired quickly by doing something like that. So a balanced armature receiver does not work like a speaker. You have to look it up. I forget exactly how it works, but it's an electrical current that goes through a coil. And that coil is wrapped around an armature. And that process is what makes the sound. It doesn't move any air. So because it doesn't move any air, we have a lot of benefits. One, it's not as fatiguing because you're not moving air in a closed area. The other benefit we get is because we don't have a mechanical thing that's moving, we can control what's actually happening. So balanced armature receivers, I'm just going to start calling them balanced armatures from now on, are very, very accurate. Unfortunately, though, you cannot have 2 balanced armatures that are going to give you perfect sound or near perfect sound, because the frequency response for a balanced armature, especially for it to be accurate, is not very wide. If you look at the specs on a normal pair of headphones, all of them say 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. Okay, so they're all saying flat 20 to 20. You can't do that with one balanced armature because it's just not possible. But you can break that up. So anytime that you see an in-ear monitor that has balanced armatures, there's going to be more than one. Most of them have 2 or 3. The more you split up the frequency range or narrow the frequency range with your balanced armature, the more accurate it is within that range. What I mean by that is this. Let's say that this is the entire spectrum of sound, okay? 20 to 20. You're flipped. 20 to 20. So, if I go like this and go, oh, this one is just going to go 20 to 40. Well, then this little bit of space, audio space, is going to be a lot more accurate. It's got to be more flat. And all you have to do then is go, oh, well, this one goes from here to here. Now this one goes from here to here. This one goes from here to here, so on and so forth. This one has 5 balanced armatures, so they've split up the frequency responsiveness 5 times. So this should be pretty accurate. It should not be fatiguing because there's no mechanical parts that are moving inside this. It should be pretty cool. And again, these are only $60, so it's not like you're going to be, you know, wasting a lot of money. And if you get them through Amazon, you don't like them, take them back. All right, so that's about the armatures and the tips. By the way, the company that makes the earplugs that I love these Etymotic earplugs, by the way. The company that makes those also makes an in-ear monitor. The thing that I would like about those, and the thing I like about these plugs, is the tips, or these flange looking things, and they stay in absolutely perfectly. I don't think I've ever had many, well, a couple of times maybe they started to slide out because when you put them in, you're supposed to kind of moisten them, you know, so I just kind of put some water on there so that they go in, the seal's pretty good. Sometimes if I over wet them, they try to slip out. But other than that, they stay in. The problem though with the in-ear monitors that Etymotic uses is they use 2 drivers, I believe. And again, this is going to seal your ear up pretty well so that nothing's going to come in. And I do not want air moving inside a closed space. Alright, so those are the in-ear monitors and the stuff that I bought with them. So I'm going to listen to them for the first time. And you're going to listen to them with me for the first time. So to do that, this is what we have. I just dropped the box and everything in it, including that little certificate. All right. So I have a Pro Tools session ready to go. And this Pro Tools session has, let's see, only 2 tracks in it. I can't play it for you because I'm going to get busted for playing it for you. But really, there's only 2 tracks in this PT session. It's from a band called the Workday Release. In here, there is actually there's 3 tracks, but I'm only going to listen to 2. So there's an acoustic guitar, there's a vocals, and then another set of vocals. Yeah. So, so the first, acoustic, vocals that are recorded by a Neumann U47, and the vocals that are recorded by a Lewitt microphone. So that's what I'm going to listen to. I already know what this sounds like pretty accurately with the system that I have. So I'm going to plug these up. So I'm going to get the other cable out. I'm going to get the cable that I like, the new one that I bought here. Okay, so this is the one that just has the tip ring sleeve. Hey Roy. So this is just the TRS, the stereo without the microphone, and it has a little wrap. Has the wrap so that it can keep the wrap. And again, if you're with me, I don't know for the most part. So you have to interact. You have to tell me that you're with me. Say hi and chat or something like that. I'll be able to see it. And then I'll be able to, if you got questions, ask me too, by the way. I'll be able to answer those. All right, so this wrap is gone. And again, this thing always gets lost, so that's going to go in this box. And I'm going to try to unwrap this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That was a lot easier than the first one, wasn't it? Okay. Now, how do I know which one's left and right? That is the question. How do I know which one is left and right? I'm feeling the thing here to see if there's any type of marking that'll tell me. And there's nothing that will tell me. So I think what I'll have to do is guess. So I'm going to guess which one is left and which one is right. Alright, so the way that this goes in. Now, remember, for this in-ear monitor, the flat part is the front of the monitor. So this is going to be my left side. It's going to fit frontwards this way. and there's the little piece there. That's where this plug is going to go. So I got to think this through, yeah? This is going to go over my ear. This is the front of my ear. So this is going to have to go in like this. I think, you know what? I think they've bent this for the ear. Or maybe they didn't. All right. So anyway, this is going to hook around the ear and go in like this. So I'm just going to do my best. That wasn't that hard. Push that in there. One thing I'm not liking about this though is that there's really nothing. I can't really grip on something here. Oh, there we go. Now that's in. All right, next one. Again, I gotta think this through. This is gonna go over my ear, over my right ear now. This is gonna fit in like this to my ear, this way. So this has gotta come up top like that. So this is gonna go here. And I'll push that in. And I'll try to push that in. I will attempt to push this in. You will go in. You will. There you go. It did went in. All right. And then this is the bendy part. So I'm just going to bend it again. There we go. All right. So there's my right side. There's my left side. It's going to fit like that. Right side in like that. Left side in like that. Looping around the ears. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm not gonna throw it behind me because everything is up here. Let me change the angle here real quick. Oh. All right, so you're not gonna see my pretty face as well, but you will be able to see. Focusrite 18920 is what I'm using to connect to the computer right now. And of course Pro Tools on the computer. So what I'm going to do is, I already have a 1/4 inch to 1/8 inch adapter right there. So I'm going to snap that in. Fits nice. Now if you're doing using this for wireless, then this would of course go into your wireless pack that you would wear. I'm going to tell you right now that chances are these tips are not the tips for me. They usually put on like a tip that's not a good size, but it's all right. I got new tips, don't I? All right, so here we go. Over the ear, and so this is going to go behind the ear. This part of the wire goes behind the ear. You can't really see it that well. This goes in and fits like so. And then once you have this in, you can kind of see that the wire is sticking up here. All you have to do then is, after you get your hair out of the way, of course, is keep the monitor in place and just bend that cable to snugly go around your ear. And that's really all you need to do there. I'm gonna do the same thing with this. Again, I'm not gonna throw this behind my back. I'm gonna keep it up front. So move the hair out of the way, around the ear, push her in, nice and snug. Get the hair out of the way. Bend the cable to go around my ear, behind my ear. All right, so that's it. They're in. They're not completely sealed, and I can kind of hear that, hear my snapping. Having said that though, if you're using this to listen to yourself as a real monitor, that's probably not going to be that big of an issue. All right, so here I go, into Pro Tools land. I'm going to start from the beginning, and when I see that that gets to the guitar, I'll turn the volume up here. You can't hear it. Ah, but this sounds phenomenal. Sound really nice. That's really, really nice. I'm gonna unmute the other vocals here. This is an aside, but I prefer the Lewitt microphone. Yeah, I prefer the Lewitt over the Neumann 47. Fantastic microphone. Let me get up here a little bit more. It's really nice. And already, though, I can hear myself better because the right side is coming out. And it's because of that tip. Don't like that tip. Left side seems to be staying it okay. Let me try to move them in a little bit more. Yeah. They're pretty comfortable, too. I mean, you can kind of see they're not the smallest in your monitor, okay? But it's not really bugging me. There's no sharp edges or anything like that that's going to be uncomfortable. The only thing that I need to do is put the other tips on there, the foam tips, and I think they'll stay in a whole lot better. So I'm going to pick up one more song here. I'm going to go to, let me find it. So this is a song called Epic. Epic was just sent over to me from Michael in Norway. I can't talk too much about it. Hopefully, though, you'll be able to see me in a video playing with this song. Alright, so I'm going to listen to this. There's really only one thing in it. But hopefully it'll be pretty cool. The track is missing. We'll pull the track in. Alright, so I'm going to take these out. So now you can already tell because when I put this in my ear and I bent the cable around, you can kind of see it. I'm able to mold that to my ear a little bit better around my ear. They sound phenomenal. These things sound so good. They're very flat. And I noticed a few things. When I listened to the Workday release stuff, I could hear stuff in those two tracks that I wasn't able to hear before, which I find fascinating. When I listened to this Epic piece, which really only has part of the verse, a bridge, and a chorus in it, I was able to hear, again, things in the mix that I wasn't able to hear I got a pair of Cat headphones that I use sometimes that I'm just not able to hear in that. Obviously, any normal headphone that you would listen to music on isn't going to be that accurate. That is super silly accurate, by the way. I'm trying to think if I have anything that would be that accurate, and I don't have anything here that is that accurate. I think the thing that would be closest, no, it's not even that. These things are super, super silly, accurate and flat for like $60 some. And they're comfortable. But I recommend getting new tips because those silicone tips that comes with it, that my right ear side was coming out. I think I got 2 different size ear holes. I don't know what that's all about. And then get the cable. Now, the other cable is going to be okay if, you know, you want to use these, listen to music on your phone. Here's the problem you're going to have, though. So if you're going to listen to music on your phone or some other portable device, if you're listening to an MP3, something that I just realized on this when I listened to the Epic. The Epic was sent to me as an MP3, by the way. It wasn't stemmed out or anything like that. It was just a quick bounce so that I had something to play against. It's an MP3. You could hear that. You can hear the difference with an MP3 with these in-ear monitors. That's how accurate they are. Normal headphones, you wouldn't be able to tell. So if you got your normal, like your iPod or your phone, this is my phone. I'm using my phone right now. If you playing music on your phone, streaming it Bluetooth or something like that with just normal headphones, you're not probably going to hear the difference or any of the artifacts from an MP3. This thing lets me hear the artifacts from an MP3, and it blew me away that I could even do that. So here's the info again. I'll try to come back in, loop back around, and put a link to all the stuff that I bought so that you can see what I bought. But KZ AS10 in-ear monitors is what I purchased. I got the upgraded cable. Actually, it's almost the same cable. It's a pretty nice braided cable, except without the microphone. And the new, and the tips. The tips I wanted to get, that I wanted to try, they just didn't have. And it seemed like this was the next best thing. So I'm going to try and find the right fit for my ear. Start using that. All right. That's it. Go get these things. I'm telling you, you can use them to listen to. Like if you're tracking, recording, mixing, you know, all that stuff. These are really good for. And of course, one of the main reasons to have an in-ear monitor is to monitor yourself. So if you have a system where you wanted to listen to yourself on stage, these are really good. Now, KZ also makes other in-ear monitors. Some are less expensive, some are more expensive. The only other one that I would get, I can't remember the model number, but it doesn't have 5 balanced armatures. It has, I think, 4 balanced armatures and 1 low-end driver. So it actually has a little driver in there for the low end. And I thought about getting that because from everything that I saw, if you're playing bass or drums, that driver in there makes that low end a little bit more, I don't want to say hyped. I don't think hyped is the right word. But it's more intelligible. The low end is a bit more intelligible. It's not going to be as flat, I don't think, as these. But if you're playing bass or drums, you want to be able to get a better sense of that low end that you're putting out, so that you can play better and perform better. So those would be the only other brand I have considered buying. And at the price that these are, you can get both of those for still less than what you would pay for a Shure or what's the other big brand out there? There's a Westone. There's a couple of brands that came and gone. Anyway, that's it. All right, thanks for sticking with me. If I missed your chat because I was in Pro Tools land, my apologies. Let's go back here. I'll loop back around, put some links into these things so you know where I went. All right, thanks a lot. If you haven't already, on Facebook, go like and share Planet Solanki. On YouTube, go like, share Planet Solanki. Hit the dinger bell so that you get noticed. You get notified every time there's a new video. All right, I think that's all I had. No guitars today. No playing today, but these things are phenomenal. I'm going to go play with them some more and listen to some other material on here. All right, love you all. Bye.